How y'all doing today? Today's topic of discussion is going to be, if you're not about people, just go ahead and pass the torch. If you're not truly about people, go ahead and pass the torch. Let the professionals handle it. Let me tell you what I'm talking about. I'm going to use two examples today and a metaphor to get my point across. The first example is, well, before I go into that, let me flesh out this video a little bit more. When you're coming with the disguise that you're helping people and you're not really helping people, you do more harm than good. Because the people who are really counting on you for that assistance or whatever position or whatever label that you've placed yourself in to be assisting people, you fall short of that, or your motivations are different than how you're posing to people, then they're let down. And some people come crashing down. And you can mislead, cause people to stumble, fall, make bigger mistakes than they would have in trying to work it out on their own. Because you're under some false pretense that you're about people. And really, you could care less, or you have other motivations in place. Now I'm going to go on with this first example. This first example, I'm thinking about, I'll just say it was a person I knew really well, right? They were trying to embark on this journey, endeavor, if you will. And since I know this person really well, I know where a lot of their motivations lie. I've talked about them before on this channel. They have a lot of get-rich-quick schemes. Same scheme, you just switch up the storefront and how to try to sell it better, right? So with this person, they had this idea in so-called helping people. And they couldn't just let it be at that because it didn't really get back to the motivations or the agenda of what they were trying to do. So they ran it across good old Ian. Hey, I'm thinking about doing this along with doing this, with the helping people and all. And what you think? what you think? I put the ball back in their court. It's up to you. You say that you're doing it for whatever reason that you're doing. How do you think? How do you feel about it? Well, I should be able to XYZ on the back end up with me because you know that I'm doing da-da-da. Okay. They never followed through in doing it. I'm going to say one of the reasons why I think that it's so dangerous in doing is because, you know what, I might be repeating myself because the camera died on that last video. Don't know if I made this topic here or on the back of that other one. When you're causing people to stumble because they're really leaning on you and what have you, you can really set them back further than how they began. But you don't care because you're not really about people anyway. Just as long as you're getting your job done for whatever it is that you're doing. Right? Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take it in a different direction because I'm talking to you as a person who has deemed yourself in a position to help people. This does come with some caveats. Some things that has to apply, that you have to apply to yourself to be able to keep a healthy mindset when you're helping people. And it's everything that I've talked about on this channel. Having boundaries, all this stuff in place, set up so you can not only be the best you for you, but be the best you for them. Because no matter how much you want to help people, you can't just offer yourself up in place of just straight up saving people. All the time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you end up drowning yourself. Speaking of drowning yourself, how many people out there has ever taken a swim class? Now, the last time I took a swim class many years ago, and I sat in on one, and it looked like they covered some of the similar things. From what I remember, they cover on, once you do learn how to swim, on how to try to save a drowning person. And it's a very particular way that you have to go about doing this, because if not, you could end up being drowned with them because this person is panicking. They're all over the place. You're supposed to be the professional or the person that knows a little bit more than them, and you're coming to the rescue. Now, I'm not going to go into the specifics of it because I'm not a swim instructor, and I don't want you trying to take advice out on me on what I'm saying, and you end up drowning somebody or drowning yourself. So, with that being said, I'm likening that to the same thing with helping people. It's a way that you do it, and it's a way that you have to have your mind right, boundaries and everything set up in place so you can appropriately do this, and you're able to do this effectively for the person without drowning yourself. Got what I'm saying? So, back to the top of this video before I branch into another example. If you're not helping people, get out the way. Let professionals do it. No need in coming with the disguise of I'm helping you, or the ruse, if you will. I think that's the word I'm looking for. The rules, if you will. I'm helping you out, this, that, and other, and you're really leading them astray, or you're taking advantage of them. Get out the way. Or, see, I said this in that other video before it came cut off. Thought I made this point earlier with this. Or you can go back and reevaluate why you decided to do what you're doing in regards to helping people. Maybe you just kind of strayed away from that purpose. Maybe you got distracted somehow. Keep in mind in what you set out to do. Second example. I know that I've used this in another video. I don't remember which one. I really don't remember how in depth I went with this example, but I'm going to try to do it without really putting anybody out there, right? I'll just say, I remember working this one particular vocation, and it was supposed to be about assisting people. And I'm just going to say, it was a young person that came in. They really were in some dire need of some help, right? And I was surrounded by so-called more skilled professionals than myself. And when it came down to, because if I'm recalling correctly, it was coming down to like the end of the shift, closing hours. Or if it wasn't that later towards the end of the day, we'll just say that it wasn't so-called convenient for this person to have this crisis come up, right? And I remember one of the replies of the people that was around me was like, oh, I can't do this. I got to go do this. That had nothing to do with people. It was really something that could have been done any day of the week, on the clock, off the clock. It was not important. It had nothing to do with people. Didn't have anything to do with paperwork. It was just, it was really something that was just really asinine. This other person, they had a valid reason for not being able to do because they were dealing with another situation with another individual, and it was just like, well, you know, I have this set up at the moment I can't do. And I remember thinking to myself, this is crazy. This is what we're here for, and you're not trying to help the person? I know that I'm new. What can we do so we can help this person out now? Because this is a situation. It is serious. How can we address this? And you know what? I'll honestly say, I never viewed that vocation, nor the people that were around. There were many other instances of certain things like that. I never viewed any of them the same. Not that I was passing judgment. I'm just like, wow, this is supposed to be about helping people. And this is the route that you take? Move out the way. Let somebody else, a true professional, handle this. It's dangerous. And that's the reason why I'm making this video. It's dangerous to both you and them. Get out the way. That's the topic of this video. If you want to be about people, be about people. The last thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take it back to myself and just give you another real world example. I know I said two, but I'm going to go ahead and do this third one. It actually slipped my mind that I was going to use this as an example. Right? I remember being out and about. This is after my book's been published. Channel is well established. People know what I do. And sometimes you'll have people that want to latch on to you as the person and just think, you know, I know that you got all this stuff up off in place, but hey, I want you. Remember what I said earlier about having those boundaries set up in place so you end up not being drowned? I remember this person stating, yeah, you know, yeah, let me get your number so I can get at you personally up on some stuff and talk. I didn't even really know this person like that. Just like, you have to check out them videos that I have on the channel. I'm not doing that. These are realistic boundaries that you have to set up in place when you set out to embark on this journey of so-called assisting people. Now, when I launched this channel with, what was it, maybe like 250 videos? Might have been 300. I don't know. I know I didn't say it different. I know it was a couple of hundred videos that I launched this channel with, and my book was already in place. Not something that was coming soon. Book was there because I wanted everything set up to the point where if people were watching this content and they were finding it of a benefit, you could have these resources to go to, right? It's the reason why I don't have my mobile phone number listed at the bottom of these videos. Plus, I opened up my email, which I know the more that this channel grows, won't be able to get to all the emails, where if people have questions, I can answer them in a video, generally. So I can assist people in that way and use these examples through the emails that people send to help others, right? So those are the things that I have in place of assisting people. Yeah, I had people in my inner circle where we're going to talk like that, but sometimes when people are in need, they really do want that one-on-one, that attention to detail. And if I'm going to be doing that to that degree, then I'm going to need to quit my other ventures and set up, carve out an individual time that I'm assisting individuals and having charge at a set rate so I can sustain my livelihood of everything that I'm doing. But since I'm not going to do that because I have a few different irons in the fire on what I'm doing, it's going to have to be what I say it is, according to the boundaries and things that I have set in place. That's how I'm assisting people. I know how far I'm willing to go with this. I'm not trying to sell false hope, unrealistic expectations, and lying to people. You know exactly what you're getting. You're getting these videos, you got that book that you can rely on, and there's more content in the pipeline. My book, Kilimanjaro, is the Arithmetic of Family Communication. Links in the description. Check it out. It's on Amazon. Even if you can't afford it, it's part of the Amazon Kindle program. Read it for free. The book's only like $12.99. But back to what I was stating when I ran into this person. And it's been, I've had other comments stated too, where it's just like, hey, you know, I know that I could just, you know, call you and blah, blah, blah. And it's not that people can't call. I'm talking about the people that's in my circle or people that have my number. You know, we actually talk out about some things, but I have things set in place to get this same job done. And the reason why I launched this channel with those couple of hundred videos was it covers a wide array of topics, things from how to conduct yourself in the workplace to family relationships. The book is on family communication, and it still takes a lot of the stuff back to you, and you get a general basis on how to deal with these situations in a positive, healthy manner, and it starts with you. So what I'm saying is, the reason why I'm offering myself up with this example of stating on how far I'm even willing to go, everything has limits. Everything has limits. And I'm limiting myself by the things that I have in place, such as this channel, that book, that email. But as far as just trying to stop, and it'd be unrealistic to think that I can help hundreds of people each and every day. Not from them watching these videos, I'm talking about through one-on-one conversations. Not enough time in the day. It's unrealistic. Not only I'm letting them down, I'd be drowning myself. I wouldn't be good for anybody. That's the point of this video. Know your limits, know your parameters. If you ain't about helping people, get out the way. Stay encouraged, avoid being discouraged. I'm Ayin. Y'all have a good one.